Hello, I'm Sarah Coates. Thanks for joining me. We begin in the region where the peace agreement between the United Arab Emirates and Israel continues to dominate headlines around the world, with reactions coming in thick and fast. Thursday's historic deal is being slammed in some Arab nations and the Palestinian territories, but praised in many parts of Europe and, of course, the Emirates, with a minister there detailing as to why the UAE made the decision to normalise ties with Israel, saying the agreement has made progress where other proposals from the Arab world couldn't.
We are in the process now of informing our friends and partners and others in the region as to why we took this step and why we believe that it is an important and perhaps game-changing step for the issue of the Palestinians.
Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump is on the attack against his Democratic presidential rival Joe Biden after he came out to say that the peace accord stemmed from the efforts of multiple administrations, adding that Barack Obama cleared the path.
But we made a deal, UAE and Israel. And Sleepy Joe got up and said, he made the deal. I said, whoa. No, he actually, did anybody hear that? He actually took credit for making that deal.
Meanwhile, the United Nations Security Council has strongly rejected a bid to extend an arms embargo on Iran. The vote from the 15-member council saw 2 in favour and 11 extensions, short of the minimum 9 votes required for a yes, which would see it adopted. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo then releasing a statement warning of the repercussions of the vote, saying the Security Council's failure to act decisively in defence of international peace and security is inexcusable. Pompeo adding Israel and the 6 Arab Gulf nations who supported the extension know that Iran will spread even greater chaos and destruction if the embargo expires. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani calling the rejection of the bid a great victory for the Islamic Republic.
Look at how humiliated the United States is and the power of the JCPOA, which has been damaged by the crimes of the United States and Israel and is half alive, but it defeated the United States.
India's leader, Narendra Modi, is claiming that his country is on the verge of producing a mass COVID-19 vaccine, making the announcement during an annual Independence Day speech on Saturday. Now, the event was vastly scaled back due to the pandemic, with only 4,000 people in attendance, with Modi hailing healthcare workers for their efforts over the last few months. Now, Modi, who's been in quarantine himself, having this to say about a potential vaccine in his country.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 coronavirus vaccines are being tested in different phases in India. When we get a green signal from the scientists, then there will be production on a large scale, and the preparation for that have also been done, and along with fast production, a roadmap has also been prepared to make the vaccine available to every Indian in the least possible time.
And violent protests in Belarus are now into their 6th day, with claims that authorities have been detaining and torturing thousands of people who take to the streets and rally following last Sunday's presidential election, which saw Alexander Lukashenko stay in power after 26 years, with many calling the result rigged. Now, the re-elected leader of the Eastern European country is now blaming foreign forces for the unrest, saying that today people have come from Poland, the Netherlands, Ukraine and from Russia, calling on demonstrators to stay home, saying they'll be cannon fodder if they don't. And that is all we have time for this edition of i24 News. But of course, we are continuing to bring you all of the breaking stories. So do go ahead, visit us online, i24news.tv, and we have all of those stories on all of our social media platforms. I'm Sarah Coates. Thanks for watching.